Everybody, good evening, and welcome to all of you who have joined on time. I really heartily welcome all of you, our regular members as well as the new members. We welcome you from the perspective of this particular webinar, which we are holding it on behalf of PMI UAE chapter. And as a part of the Cadians, we are really honored to have our esteemed guest, Mr. Shankar Jayaraman, with us today. And as well, we are having the great team, especially with Amir, Ankur, and Joyce with me, joining me from the back end. And to host this webinar, I'm Anchal Chaube here, and then I'm your host and moderator tonight for this particular webinar today. So I believe that today we have got a really astonishing number of registration. I see 470 plus something registration have been done, and I'm just giving a couple of more minutes for the people to come in regularly, and they're joining if they are on the run or somewhere. I think good evening and hello to all of you. If you're joining from somewhere else outside Middle East, we welcome you as well, depending on your time zone. Good afternoon or good morning if you are on the other side of the planet so far. But hopefully, you are going to enjoy the session. Please introduce yourself in the chat and if where you're joining from, as well, if which industry you're coming from. That really helps the people to connect, and then you can use this engagement opportunity to share your LinkedIn and Facebooks, etc., if you want to connect with other members in that way. So this particular webinar series, if the people are already aware, we have been doing it on the constant basis every month. Exceptionally, only in the Ramadan period, we were on the quiet zone, but we are back here with a full bang, and we are going to make this promise deliver to you that this PMA UAE webinar is going to be one of the great opportunity for all of you to again learn something from the perspective of power skills. As a project managers, we all know and we all experience that power skills are that hidden emanation in all of us that need to be leveraged, that need to be honed to really allow us to deliver on the level of expectation of the stakeholders, plus to inspire equally. Okay, so that's what the idea is there. So today we are going to speak on 6 steps on how to become a conflict-free leader. Conflict-free leader, it means that how to lead the people without power struggles, without with a silent resistance, and as well as the emotional burnout. So even if you're not the boss, these things will apply to you no matter, because if you're acting as a project manager, project coordinator, PM, project manager, or program manager, and in the similar capacity anywhere, you have to understand and address a lot of areas. Today, we are going to talk about conflict in project management, principles of the conflict-free leadership, effective communication techniques, building the collaborative team environment, resolution strategies to address the conflicts, and but not the least is this particular case study which Mr. Shankar will also try to bring it to the life. Now today's webinar is a bit special because we have a Shankar Jayaraman. If people already know about him, he is already an active PMI chapter volunteer with us. He's the founder of Legacy Mentors Hub. I will leave his detailed introduction with him as well, but we are going to follow a set agenda tonight before we take into the particular frame of uh, conversation. I would like to explain that this webinar will last around 1 hour and 10 minutes maximum. And more importantly, our idea is to give you the brief idea about this chapter, which I'm going to share you with the few slides. If the people have not gone through the chapter details, I would like to introduce them, the benefits, what the chapter bring to them. Uh, from the perspective of Q&A, this time we are trying something different. During the presentation itself, Mr. Shankar is going to share a link in the chat, which will open a Google form, or which will just a simple form which you need to can fill in to give your details about, and you can ask a question there. So we're trying to be as time conscious. We will try to pick up the questions from the forms, and then we will try to address if the time allows. But nevertheless, even the webinar is over, we will try to definitely get back to each one of you who has filled the form to get the response back. So that's how we are going to try the Q&A today. But if you have any other question, which is in general and all that during the session which you've come across, you want to ask and all that, then you can put into Q&A. We will try to cover them up if the time allows us in our best possible possibility of the time limit. Uh, Also, this webinar is going to give you two PDUs, provided if you have registered for this webinar using the same email address, which is registered in your PMI website. Okay, so then it will automatically will get to you through the email in terms of automatic mechanism. We encourage you to be engaging. Try to put your comments, thoughts in the chat section. If you want to share that thoughts or your reflection about what's being told about, you can definitely share them up in the chat section. And with that, allow me to just share my screen with you, and then we'll try to introduce the chapter. Meanwhile, let me see how many people have joined us here. Wow, so we already crossed 150 plus. So really good audience here in the form of numbers, might be in the form of location as well. We can see that they're coming from different places. So that's a good thing for all of us. And let me share my screen quickly with you to show you the chapter.
Everyone. This is Ankur. Welcome everyone to webinar UAE chapter webinar. Aj's laptop got stuck somewhere, so we'll ask Shankar because he himself is can give his about he can tell about himself very nicely. So I request Shankar to please take over the mic and can start with this presentation. Thank you, Shankar. Over to you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Am I audible, visible? Type in AV clear in the chat box. AV clear. Audio, video clear. AV clear. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay. Great, great, great. Thank you. See, thank you so much, everyone, whoever has joined, and thank you, Anchal, for a wonderful introduction. I see this technology challenges, glitches are all perfectly fine. Our point is to get it running as soon as possible, as smooth as possible. One. Number two, he has mentioned about the time limits and all. I will walk you through very quickly about what we are going to do. I'll be your lead trainer, coach, mentor, friend, volunteer, whatever name you want to name it. But yes, I'll just walk you through very quickly. But at the same time, I can either do in two ways. One is I can just come, I can just explain whatever I got it, and I can just say bye to you. That's option number one. Option number two, we can make it interactive, but for which I know some of you are coming back from office or you are traveling, you are driving. If that is the case, you are all excused. Whoever can, I really want the option number two is you need to be interactive in the chat box so that there is going to be something surprise that I have not even shared with anyone. How do you want to go with option one? I just come and deliver it, or option number two, let it be interactive. Type one or two in the chat box. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Great. 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 Okay. I go with majority. Two. Thank you so much. So let's go with the interactive form. To the extent possible, I will be seeing the chats. In case if I'm missing it, no need to worry. I am just posting the question also, question link as well. In case if I missed to address it, you can just put it here, just mark it. You can just put it in the favorites. All the questions will be answered if that has not been addressed during the session. Is it a good commitment from my end? Great, great. Keep it going. Keep the chat because that's the only thing for the trainer to get the boost. People are listening, and it is our responsibility to give it back. So with that note, let me quickly start. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, let me just share my screen. Anchal, you want to share something? Shall I proceed?
No, Shankar, I think there was a glitch at my end, so apologies for everybody. I could not share the screen that time, but yeah, you can continue at the moment.
All okay, all okay.
I didn't want to break your flow at all.
Absolutely not a problem. Thank you. Okay, so is my screen visible, guys, with my photo? Great,
Yes.
great, great. Thank you. So the session for today is going to be 6 steps to become a conflict-free leader. And your key takeaways would be if you want to take a screenshot of it and you can see that whether you are getting it at the end of the session. So one is to learn to build a leadership framework that aligns with the stakeholders without emotional burnout, and develop a confidence and create alignment and accelerate the growth both personally and professionally. Number three is practical strategies and the frameworks to transform your leadership approach. I'm sure you're all from a leadership background. You're all from PMI chapter or anywhere across the globe. And thank you so much, whoever have personally come across the globe on my invite. Thank you so much, everyone, for that. And also, you are going to be the future leaders or the elite leaders, where you are going to create an environment where conflicts become an opportunity for a constructive development. These are all the big takeaways or big promise that I'm going to give you at the end of this webinar. Is it a good promise? Is it good to go? Okay, great. So, sixth step to become a conflict-free leader. First, I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the people who have taken their time to arrange for it. So I wanted to start from the place of the PMI, Project Management Institute, US, and Project Management Institute UAE chapter, the board members, volunteers who worked with me shoulder to shoulder to ensure the time availability and the registration, everything was done. And thank you so much. I cannot thank enough from the bottom of my heart to make it possible. And it is really an opportunity. And it was one of the manifestations. If you look at my LinkedIn, yeah, thank you so much. I just put it in everyone mode. Yeah, that's better. It was one of my manifestations where I wanted to present to the people of PMI UAE chapter when I was preparing for my PMP, right? And this has happened, and thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Number two is the attendees. This is a Thursday. Tomorrow is going to be a weekend. Yes, still you took the time to attend it as part of the learning. PDUs are something you are going to get it, whether this program, another program, but still you are taking the time to be part of it. I really wanted to thank you for the time and the commitment that you are taking. Whatever numbers into that 1 hour is at my risk or my take. I need to ensure that it is a huge responsibility in giving the value for all the people who are available at this particular moment. Number three, the duration is going to be, as Anchal was mentioning, it would be approximately going for 60 minutes. Yeah, thank you so much. We'll be going for 60 minutes. To the extent possible, we will see what best that we can do to make it reach to the level where you are able to get it without overwhelming. At the same time, we are not over, cut charting the message also, so that it is not missing out on any of the leads. Number four, one housekeeping activity I really wanted to say. If you are driving, please take a pullover and watch this webinar. If you are at home, please be at a place where you are not disturbed for next 45 minutes to 60 minutes. Take a lot of notes, because we do not know what is that one moment that it can transform your life, your career, your place. I have no idea. So put all your energy, all your focus to get the best out of this webinar, and put your cell phone on silent. That's the biggest thing. We get a notification, emails or anything. I promise you, till such time this webinar is going to get over, nothing in this world can stop you. That is something I can give a bold promise to you. All of you are clear. Are you all getting the points? All the points, type AC in the chat box. AC, all clear. Okay, thank you. AC means all clear. Thank you. Thank you so much. Just put it for everyone, brothers and sisters. Yeah, great. Number two, why am I doing this? And when the background, I will be talking about it. But the major challenge that I found out was, we are always looking out for leadership system today. Leadership development system is broken. We are either following our bosses, or we are doing what we are aware of, or we are simply copying what we think that is right. So there is no personal, there is no framework where people can practice it and it can be repeated. So people may say that this boss is right, this boss is not right. When I am moving out of this company because I don't like this boss. But the problem is not with the boss or anyone, it is about the way they are handling the people. So the leadership development system is not happening. All of a sudden, they are working as a colleague. All of a sudden, one person become a leader or project manager, and he or she start to behave in a different way without having a proper handholding. The solution is to build a scalable leadership operating framework that aligns with the stakeholders. Okay. If any, I think if it is only one person with audio, I think you need to check it out. If it is more than one people, I can just check it out from my end. Yeah, that aligns with the stakeholder without the emotional burnout. And I'm on a mission to build elite generation. Okay, great. Thank you. See, this is the little bit challenge with the webinar part. Someone may not be able to connect with it, but yeah, it's about 200 people, but we need to just go. Yeah. But thank you so much for the acknowledgement about you managing it. If there is a problem with one person, please help yourself. Okay, the mission is to build an elite generation of leaders who operate with confidence, alignment, and accelerate their growth in personal and professional way. Not professional is the only thing that I'll be focusing on. We have to grow personally as well as professionally, and that is the mission that I'm into. I'm creating this breed of elite leaders with the framework that it has given me a huge amount of results, and I'm practicing it last 10 years. I'll be talking about it why I'm doing this. Yeah. Number 3, who am I? Can I take 3 minutes to share about who I am and how this particular framework has helped me? Type PG in the chat box if you allow me to share it. PG, permission granted. Great. Thank you. Loving it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Great. So, as an educational background, I am an MCA professional, master in computer application, and I worked in multinational companies, top 500 Fortune 500 companies. For about 20 years, I worked in India, US, and I have consulted UK, UAE, and Australia before even I come to UAE permanently. And as a subject matter expert, I am a project management professional, and I handled multi-million projects in SAP and HANA. And I led a team of 25 plus people across the globe, and I'm an award winner from HP and HCL on recognition of my leadership qualities. And I've done 10,000 hours of research in studying the self-image and in internal cybernetics. If you want to know more about it, just put it in the question mark. I tell you the little books that you can read it and you can also build it. Mechanism, cybernetics mechanism, and I wrote an Amazon bestseller, BMW Billionaires, Mindset and Wealth, and I'm an humble student of Mr. Bob Proctor, which I'm thankful enough to the entire life of mine. And as a practitioner, I'm a regular meditator called pineal gland meditation. I learned it and I do it on regular basis, and I'm a neuro-linguistic programming expert, and I'm a visualization expert, and also I'm a relationship mastery practitioner. And I have hold the records in Yoga Nidra, which is Indian-based style of how to do the best ever energy with doing little bit. That's the idea, and I am a world record holder. I was part of it, and I'm marathon chanting of Gita for a global peace. So there's a little bit background about it, and what you're going to see now is not more about me. It is about what it has helped me to save my career when I was working almost for 15 years of experience. I was at my pinnacle, and I was recruited for one of the organizations. I don't want to name it because I love that company and I still have a great friend. My boss is working in the same company. If you want to search what I was talking about it, you can search it on your own way in LinkedIn. But I don't want to take the exact year. It's a made up year, okay? But this is the exact thing. One of the years, couple of years back, I was given a task where the development team from the SAP team, they have to do month-end process. And we were reporting to the CFO of the organization, bigger organizations, and these people run the night shift. And there is always a conflict between the person who's running the program of month-end process and the development team from SAP, because we are the centralized system and we take the data from multiple places. Most of the time before I joined, most of the times it is always a tug of war, and most of the attrition that has happened because development team always working in the evening and morning hours, round shift rotations and everything. Still, people are not happy with the result, and everything boils down to the development team. They were getting frustrated after giving good amount of output. And okay, and sorry, I got distracted by the chat. And I got recruited for that company. And the very main KPI for me was to reduce this particular challenge happening every month, because we have to report to the board as well. And second thing is how to reduce the attrition. Third is how to build a cohesive environment where it is all happening in the most peaceful, effective way. And that has not only saved my career, it has given me, I worked for the organization for quite a good amount of time. It has given me almost 50% of hike. Although I was in Pinnacle, I got 50% of hike during the time after I completed that particular one. How many of you want to know what was that I did and what made me to resolve that conflict and what I'm going to give you? Do you think that it can also help you if you are going through a similar kind of situation? Type I in the chat box if you really want to know. Right. Just put it in, everyone. Yeah, great. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, got it. Got it. Yeah. Okay. I should mention I. Okay. I. Okay. So before we get into what was the solution, we need to understand the root cause. What was I will ask all your, I will be answering all your questions. Okay. Just keep on your questions. Just put your questions in the link that I shared it. We will be addressing all the questions if it is relevant to that. And if you are specific about one particular question, you can stay back. I will answer every other question. That's a promise that I made in the first slide itself. Right. Right. So first is to understand the conflict. Why the conflict is happening, and what are all the places the conflict can happen, and what makes the difference a normal leader and an elite leader who can handle the conflict in an effective way. Either you can avoid or you have to face it. Avoiding is a little bit challenging, but the question is how you are facing it is going to be the place where going to make a difference of you versus an elite leader, or elite leader like you versus a normal leader. For that, you need to understand what is the conflict. So conflict is nothing but if you have any answers, or whenever I'm sharing the screen, whenever I'm explaining it, if you find this is a bulb on moment, you can just type BO in the chat box. BO, bulb on. Okay. Meaning you got something out of it. Probably it may help others when, yeah. Fair enough. When I'm sharing something, if some of the moments as a bulb on moment, type BO in the chat box so that people can connect. Yes, something has happened to that person. Even I need to look at it, what Shankar is saying. All right. So a conflict happens when there is a disagreement between the individuals, groups, or even ideas, or with the bosses, or with the clients, or with the vendors, or with your own family persons. How many of you agree this is the basis of having a conflict? Whatever I'm saying, if you are not in agreement, that is the first place of having a conflict. For which, great, awesome. For which, either you can avoid it, but avoiding is always going to be the answer. It is you are running away from the problem, but not facing it. And there is no guarantee that kind of conflict will not come at the later stage. If you are facing any conflict, see to that you can avoid it, but not every conflict can be avoided, but have the courage and the confidence to face it, to reduce the impact. Is it possible? It's not about avoiding. Yeah, great. It's not about avoiding. It is about handling without emotional burnout or emotional damage. Number two, when can it happen? Yeah, great. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I would be happy if you can just make it as everyone and share it. That makes the chat box a little bit more interactive. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the understanding. Right? And when can it happen? Any idea when the conflict can happen in the project management phase? Yes, great, great, awesome, great. I love it. Right? Any idea when? Yes, great, good job, Arun. Thank you. Correct. Yes, Swati, you are right. Correct, Arun. Yeah, man. Anytime, anytime, anytime. Yeah. Hazib, yes, Adarsh. Yeah. When people are interacting, I love it, Adarsh. Yes. Yes, Balaj. Yes, yes, yes. Correct. So, any phase of the project, starting from planning till the closure, the conflict can happen. And mostly, yes, Munaf, you got it. mostly when the deadlines are tight and the communication is not clear. People may assume something, people may understand something, but as such, the reality is something else. Is it a good place to get the conflict? And the blame game starts. You said this, I told this, I thought you assumed it, you thought that you would have been more clear. Is it possible? Yes. This is the place. It can happen anywhere, anytime, with anyone, and mostly at the time of tight deadlines. Number three, what are the types of conflict? Mostly, I'm going to focus. Of course, conflict can happen in the personal way also. We'll be talking, if time permits, at the last, how the personal thing, personal level, it can affect. But now I'm going to focus mostly on the professional way, majorly the type of conflicts that works on the process conflict. I may get experience because you are 10 plus. How many years? Okay, I just want to get. Yeah, Vakas. We'll come there. We'll come there. I know. I think you guys have seen the flow very clearly. I'm really glad about it. Thank you. Can I get a quick poll of what is the average number of years of experience that you guys are with? Just put. You don't need to say. Okay, great. 6 plus 25, great. So, and 10, 17, 15, 20 plus 13, 12, 34, 7, 19. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Average, I would say around 10 plus years. Average. So 25 is also there. 20 is also there. Let's say 10 plus years. We have got experience with the way that our process works, and suddenly there is a new process that has got introduced to us, stating this is something that you need to follow. First place of conflict. We say that I got experience with this way, and this is the way I handled it, and this is the way it should work. First place of process conflict. Second thing, great relationship conflict. You think that your boss or your subordinate or your colleague may be senior or junior to you, different gender, caste, creed, it is immaterial. You may not be able to accept that person's statement is right, or he or she may not be able to accept what you are saying is right. Again, there is a relationship concept and conflict. It is not only respect to the official part, they will take it to the level where even in the canteen they feel that, oh, this guy has just created a havoc for my life, so I will see to him or her. And this gentleman, just because he is in a senior position, but he is junior to me by 5 years, probably he may be your college junior, you may find it, no, I know what he was in his college days, and he is thinking that he can boss over me. The relationship conflict can happen. How many of you can agree to that, connect with it? Type I connect, I see in the chat box. If any of you can connect with it, right? Number three is, yeah, right. Thank you, Balaj. Thank you, Adarsh. Thank you, by you. Right. Yeah, we always do this way. Yeah, correct. Thank you, Prabhat. Right. Number three is task conflict. As a leader, I say, you please do this way so that the other part can handle in this way, because we may have our resource chart and all, what needs to be prioritized and all. At the same time, sometimes the boss, they say that no, you stop doing it, you do this. Task conflict. They ask you to do something which you are not aligned with, or your subordinate will do something that you thought that this is not the first place to focus on. Prioritization having the challenge. These are the three major conflicts from the professional way itself we face on day in, day out basis. How many of you agree? These are the conflicts that we need to face on day in, day out basis, and we need to address this as the first step. Type me in the chat box if you feel that this needs to be addressed. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Shankar. Thanks, Jacob. Right? Why it is happening? Why is it happening? Because, just close this, guys. Why is this happening? Because we are different. We are from different places. We are having interpersonal differences. We are not having the clarity on, yes, multicultural. Thank you, Balaji. Very good point. It's there. We are from different culture background. We are from different experiences background. We are from different way of expertise background. We already have interpersonal differences where we may not be able to agree with other person unless or otherwise we see a reason to follow him or her. Is it okay? Right. Number two, No clear roles and responsibilities. If for example today there was a technical glitch, different priorities. Thanks, Shyam. I like it. There was a technical glitch. If everyone started to pounce on it, then where is the question? If when Anchal was speaking, when I also start speaking, then the question is, we will not be able to understand what I am supposed to do as a trainer. I may need to keep quiet, or I need to take step up to support the team. Or Ankur, what he did. Okay, Ankur, Anchal has a challenge. Why can't Shankar, you handle it? So that's a way they have a clear roles and responsibilities, and they understood that at the same time, we are supporting each other to avoid the conflict instead of speaking at the same time and not able to explain or express what we wanted to convey. Number 3, resource constraints. Whenever you find it, right? So if you, thank you so much. Thanks, Hasib. Resource constraint. We may have 3 people only. I mean, there's a normal, I mean, if I have the time, I would have explained one story itself, but again, in the interest of time, let's not get into that. We cannot get anything which takes 6 months to get it done in 6 days time. Even though you use AI, even though you use chat GPT, but the process needs to be followed to give the output 100%. Even if you use chat GPT, as a matter of fact, AI, right, that's okay. Sajid, we will ask all the questions. We will address everything in the question and answer session. Probably the admin team, the webinar team can just post the link that I shared for the question and answers. Right. Because I will be missing out the questions. Probably your question may be so important to you. That's what you are asking it, but I don't want to miss out any of the questions. Okay. Right. So the resource constraint, we have only 3 people, but the work is for 6. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Ajit. Thanks, Hasib. We may have resource constraint and we wanted to complete 6 months job within 3 months job, with the understanding that we need to get it done as soon as possible. Is it possible that there will be a conflict? Boss will say that you have to get it done, and we will say that how can I do it, because I do not have the time, I do not have the resource. How many of you feel this particular point between you and your boss, or you and your subordinate, or you and your vendors? You may expect them to deliver say 10 goods tomorrow. They will say that no sir, I need to procure. Yeah, got it, thanks Balaji. I need to procure it. You say that no, I do not care, but I want this to get delivered. He will say that no, that is the case. If you are going to pressurize me, I will simply cancel the contract. So challenges can happen anywhere, anytime, with anyone if you are having these kind of challenges. And differing goals. For me, my goal is to get the job done within 3 months of time to get a good name from my clients. Possible. But for the subordinates of me, they may feel that I am too much of pressurizing them, thinking that I want to get the name, due to which they are just going to get hampered to get the job done in the most unethical way. Then they feel that there is a conflict between Shankar and his subordinate or his reporting. My goal is different, his or her goal is different. For him or her, I am completing my 8 hours or 10 hours, 12 hours job. I should be ready to go home. But he or she is the boss. He should take the responsibility of getting it done. If the resources is challenged, he or she should be able to get the right resources to get the job done. We get into all the time this kind of chaos in the professional way, in a day in, day out basis. So we need to understand these are all the places why the conflict is arising. Yes, thank you. Thanks, Swati. Yes, everything is possible. I agree, right? If you are sharing your thoughts, just type BO followed by your point so that people can see that BO, which means that you are giving the point. BO is Balbon, and you give the point. People can take notes out of your chat box. If you have a question to be addressed, put it in the link that is shared by Joyce. Yeah, great. With whom it can happen? Any idea? With okay, I just open it up. Oh, with whom it can happen? Yes. Thank you, Balaji. Great. Thank you. Right? With whom it can happen? Everyone. Okay. Just make it as everyone, my dear Vivek. Yeah? Just feel free. Everyone here is learning. No right or wrong answer. No judgment. That's a safe place, because this particular webinar is conducted by a volunteer. for the volunteers, by the volunteers, to the volunteers. So feel free, just make it as everyone and chat it. Okay. So with whom it can happen? With anyone and everyone at any point. With the clients, with the boss, spouse, children, vendors. How many of you not thought of spouse and children when I was talking about it? How many of you have got a bad day in the office when you are not having a great day at home? Or you have to go and meet your child's school function, but you're not able to go and your boss is asking you to complete something and you get into the challenge with, yeah, thanks, Banu. It is not about right or wrong. It is about we have a different priorities and the conflict can come with anyone with any time because of any reasons. We easily think that the moment because I am into leadership coaching for almost 6 years today, many of the times, the moment I say leadership coaching, they think that it is only career. No, it is not. Leadership and the elite leadership, if you are only looking out for career leadership, then you will have a great professional life. But what if you are a great leader but not having a family? What if you are a great leader professionally, but you are having worst health? Exactly. Thanks, Shankar. Okay, thanks, Hasib. Love it. Be honest with you guys. Whenever you want to be elite, that's the place where we are going to showcase ourselves as an elite leader, where we are not only professionally, we are going to be proficient, we are going to be a overall holistic leader. As an elite leader, we are going to handle the office politics or office conflicts in a better way. Thank you, Ashraf. Even the family conflicts. Okay, no bias, but just to say, how many of you are having, you don't need to even reply to that, okay? How many of you are having a conflict between you and your in-laws? I'm not even taking the gender. You don't need to even type it, okay? But think for yourself and put a smiley to your own self. You don't need to say. That's also a conflict. It can happen even from the kitchen to the boardroom, irrespective of the place. Your son wants to study XYZ and you want him to study ABC. There is a conflict. Ultimately, unless or otherwise you understand the conflict mechanism and the framework, you will be always in the mess. Either you will fight with the courage or you will fly. You say that, no, it's not possible. I say you do. That's a place where you dominate the person. You do not know. You will talk. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Thank you. So, Swati, thank you so much. But I loved it with the BO point. Yeah. And yeah, last point, even you. Yes, my dear friends, you may have conflict your own self. If you do not know you will have a conflict, think of the times. Just think of the times that you felt. Yeah, thank you. Think of the times that you felt that you should not have done that, but you still did that because of XYZ reasons. You are having conflict for yourself. So your conscience will not allow you to do, but you did it for whatever reasons, and you know what you did was wrong. And you know you will justify why you did was right. Correct. Even the conflict can happen with you also. So overcome that with the framework that we are going to give it to you. Number 6, can it be avoided? We started with that particular. Yeah, thanks, Vivek. Yes. Vivek, can I request you to put it for everyone if you don't mind? Okay. Can it be avoided? We started from the first place itself, but still I wanted to re-emphasize as a point. Can it be avoided? Answer is yes and no. If you are avoiding it, which means that you are not doing something different, or you are very clear, like whatever people are preparing at home for your food, you're just going and having the food just like a good boy or good girl without having any challenges. There's no conflict at all. But you wanted to eat something. I'm just giving a menial example so that you can connect with it. Yeah, minimize. I'm coming there. That's what the second point is, either you can reduce it. Yeah, this example can connect to the people. And you go there and you expect some food XYZ to be there, but it was ABC. You will say that, no, I wanted to eat this. Or you want to go to the restaurant, you want to take a date with your spouse, with your girlfriend, boyfriend. He or she wants to eat X, but you ordered Y. So they say that, no, I wanted to do this. That's the first place. Either you can simply ask others to take over your question or take over your uh, um, priority, and you can simply avoid it, or you can say that, no, let's go to the place where I love to eat what I want to. You can eat what you want to. At the same time, we can have the time together, not about the food. So can it be avoided? Yes, it is possible. If you are all aligned with it. No, it is not possible. Only thing is you can reduce it or you can delay it, and it cannot be avoided full and full with 100% conviction. If you are agreeing to this, type agree in the chat box. Yeah, great. Okay, so I know I am looking out for the time as well, so I will ensure that I'm completing it within the time limit. So don't need to worry, right? So where it originated, because unless or otherwise I talk about this, I directly talk about the framework for you, you will not be able to connect with what I'm going to say. If you get these basics clear, if I talk about the framework, you can connect the dots in the best ever possible way, and that's my commitment and a promise to you how that is getting connected. Yeah, good. So where it originates, first is in silence. How many of the married man or woman can connect with it? You think for yourself. When the spouse is saying, it's up to you, it has many things to that. If you can connect with it, put a smiley in the chat box. Number two is half said. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. I love it. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Yeah, deliberately for this particular one only. Oh my God. Okay, many smileys are coming. For this particular one only, I'm not taking the names. Normally, I love to take the names of the people who are chatting it so religiously. Number two is half said. You say something, but you have not completed it. Or other person said something and they have not completed it. You assumed what they are saying. Number three is half understood. You presume this is what they are going to say. You are generalizing it. I know you will say the same thing. Probably they would not have said the same thing. It can apply to the professional way, even it can apply to the personal way. In the professional way, your boss, the moment you say that, just send me the report by, yes, boss, I need to send it to you by EOD. How many of you have said that before even the boss said that to you? Number two, you need to get, okay, right, no problem. So you're not part of the league. That's okay, Virginie, right? So it originates from anywhere. It can be silent, it can be half said, or it can be even half understood. Misinterpretation, right, Najimudi? Correct. Number 8 is conflict always bad? Is conflict always bad? Yes or no? Yes, exactly. No, 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 no. Correct. There are some, yes, thank you so much. There are some positive outcomes as well. There are some negative outcomes as well. What are the positive outcomes? You can start the conflict into collaborations. I'll give you an example with the same experience that I had. So there was a challenge where our team was supporting it, and this team, the finance team was giving some or the other challenges only. What happened? Instead of we fighting it, we started to give them the points where they don't need to even do, because we technically we did the debugging, we analyzed, and we said that what the other XYZ process what they are doing is not required for them, that they can save the time instead of they redoing the redundant activities or obsolete activities. It started with the conflict, and now they started to question. Yeah, thank you. Excellent, Swati. That's the point. It gives a different perspective altogether. So we created a cockpit where we said that you need to just, how many of you see, at least in the videos or anywhere, the flight cockpit? Type me in the chat box, videos or anywhere. Yes. It has multiple buttons. Some of the, of course, I'm not a pilot. I'm sure, many of us are not pilots. We are from a different league, but still, If I look at it at a high level, it will be overwhelming. I do not know what button to press, when to press, why to press. I may not know. But if I have a manual stating that press 1, followed by 5, followed by 2, followed by 8, then it will be easier rather than one pilot is doing one thing and the supporting pilot is doing something else, which creates a crash of the plane. Rather, they come to the collaboration mode. Yes, you do this, I do this, let us grow together. Number two, solutions are inside the environment. I may find it there's a problem with the SAP, for example, or I may say that the posting is not done. But the functional team, they say that no, it is not a problem with SAP or posting. It is only our process which we need to complete it, which we will get it done. Once that is done, the dependency is created because we are collaborators now. Once we run the program again, then the solution is within our own team members. Number three, packaging for more cross-selling activities. It has happened. It's a live example. When we were working together, because the process that we did was whatever it used to work, that's a second suspense that I'm opening it up. Whatever month end they used to run it for 4-5 days continuously, 24/7 for 1 week they used to do. We got it completed within, any idea how many hours we completed? Whatever it used to take 7 days, continuous 24/7. How many hours we completed it? Even I'm giving you a clue. Exactly. Hasib, bullet point. Yes, we got completed within 5 hours. Because many of the buttons are not required to be done. And many of the places where we can also tune it. So we created a bundle and we started even applying for the IP for the entire process. So that's the reason I'm not talking about what was the company and all, but that process got initiated. Because that process was so beautifully done, the cross-selling that has happened, because month-end activities for any of the companies, and we started to build it as a product upon ourselves. Right? How many of you feel that a conflict can create more revenue to the company? If you feel it is good, type R in the chat box, revenue. Revenue for, just have this, yeah, have the sense of money, guys. Yeah, it's not all the time salary. Just keep revenue, profits and all, even in your daily language. Yeah. Negative ones, yes. We need to understand this as well. It's not about me. It's not about me. Before I joined, the relationship was so bad that people were not ready to go to the project. I was a new recruit, so I was not having any idea. So I joined the project because I got good hike as well. That's the ultimate truth, to be very honest. But after that, I got 50% hike while I was working in the project. But the question is, I was not having any idea. But when I analyzed it, the interpersonal relationship has gone so bad. People lost working in the project. The team harmony was so bad, and the workplace challenge, it was like a venomous place, toxic workplace, and it led to many attritions. One of the gentlemen who got married, he couldn't even just have that 2-3 days of time for himself. He has asked to come back to the office, and it was his tipping point of putting his papers. Said that if it is not for me or for my marriage, why should I work? It has come to that level. Again, I'm not deliberately taking the name of the person, but he's a good friend of mine. And you're losing the brand names. Assuming a company who's having an attrition all the time, how the brand name of the company will become, even how you as a leader, how you will be. Every person coming to your team members or leaving the organization, people will brand you as a bad boss. So anything conflict, it can either make you or break you. It is a perspective in which you are taking it, whether you want to build something on top of it or you want to break something that you don't want that to happen. Last point. Is it a soft skill? Thank you, Hasib. Thank you. Is it a soft skill? Yes or no? That's just it. Okay. Okay. No, it's a survival skill. It's not a soft skill. Soft skill can be an optional one. It's a survival skill. If you want to lead a life personally or professionally, you need to have the skill of conflict management. And if you have the people to work with, the skill is mandatory. Period. No more points to discuss also. If you are going to work with ChatGPT alone, even you will have a conflict. Thank you so much, Hazi. Thank you, Mohammed. If you're working in ChatGPT also, it gives some kind of information that you may not like it. Then you will say that no, don't take it, and you have to train the model. Similarly, when you are working with the people, you are bound to get into the conflict. Thank you, Baiju. You need to have this particular skill, which is non-mandatory, and it is a survival skill. Okay, in the interest of time, can we continue the session next week, or shall we continue now?
No, Shankar, we can
I know,
continue.
no. I understand. No, I'm just making the chat. Okay, great. Okay. I know, Anshul. Okay, great. Okay, because I've not yet come to the main part, right? People are waiting for that. Okay, next week, okay, you can watch it later, Sharif. Okay, thank you.
In the recording.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Because I know it's a little bit extending, but I really wanted to. So far, how are you connecting with you guys? Thank you so much. Thank you, Hasib. Is it connecting with you all? Type C in the chat box if it is. Yeah, great. Thank you so much. I'm really glad. Thank you. Gratitude. Yeah, great. Now, principles of the conflict-free leadership. Number one, I'm just going to go a little bit faster because when we know what was the challenge and what is that conflict, overcoming is the easiest thing. If we know what was the root cause, finding a solution is easier thing because we're all leaders already. So the first principle is aligning your leadership styles. This is the way I will be saying. I may be right or wrong, but you have always liked the way. This is the exact point I say. This is my leadership style, how I interact with you. The moment I say, can we continue next week? Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks, Sri Kumar. The moment I say, can we continue next week? People say, no, continue. Or one person said that next week. That's fair enough. So am I going to stop it? No, I'm going to continue. It's not because I say you do. I have to follow the process what PMI has set for me. Similarly, aligning my leadership style. I say, what are my leadership techniques? This is the way I will be saying. I will be giving you everything in clear-cut understanding or clear-cut instruction. You will simply follow it. If you have anything, always come back to me. It's an open door policy, my leadership style. Number two is minimizing the conflict. I always ensure till my 20 years of experience, I never gone to the management for the conflict or even for the increment, because I never wait for the appraisal to happen to challenge, to share about my conflicts or to share my appraisal requirement. I simply say that this is what I have done, this is the upgrade, this is the progress. I have got access to 2 level up. Even I was working at a project manager level. I always reduce the conflict to the extent possible, so that, because I cannot avoid it, but can I reduce it? Yes, it is possible. Is it going to help me? Yes, got it. Yeah, great. Thank you so much, Joyce. Love it. Okay. Yeah. Go for it, Sri Kumar. Absolutely. I love it. Go for it. This is, I love to do that. Make it, you attended this training, just go for it. Yeah. Number 3, enhance team performance. Yeah, once you added the question, Sajid, you will have the answer. If you are driving also, I'm still okay. You can see the recording. This will be answered. Okay. Enhancing your team performance, because you are making it clear. You are making it clear what you are going to do, and people are going to get aligned with what you are thinking. So people are going to follow your expert advice. Number 2, clear expectation. A specific outcome. You cannot say that as soon as possible. What should be delivered in a haphazard way. Say, this is what I want as an outcome. Initially, how many of you took a screenshot of the first slide I said? This is what you are going to take it as part of the outcome of this particular webinar. I made it clear, this is what you're going to take. So you are very clear, okay, I got this first point, second point, third point, confidence, everything Shankar is covering. Number 1. Number 2, a deadline with a meaning. I say that it is about going to take 60 minutes of time from the time I took over. So make it very clear. You cannot say that why the date is matter, why should I, because people have their own priorities. Now one person is saying, he's driving, how can I do that? I say that I will not say that no, you cannot get the answer. You can watch the recording later, but put the questions there. You create the mechanism in such a way people are not being excluded. Number 3, the how and who. The question is, most of the times we get stuck on the how part. It's about We wanted to understand everything, how part of it, missing the point, who can do the job better than me. It's not about you doing a postman work or a courier job work in just dumping it onto your subordinates or your peers. You know what you are good at, focus there, rather than you think that how can I get it resolved on my own way when there is an expert sitting next to you. Number 4, what done looks like. If I say I am delivering the project or I'm delivering the webinar, what it looks like. Am I getting the engagement from the audience? Am I able to keep the audience on hold? Am I able to answer their queries? Am I able to address their concerns? That is what done means for me. So have a clear-cut expectation. Number 3, supportive environment. Typically the example. Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks, Vivek. Okay. Supportive environment, developing a trust and the transparency. Now someone was even chatting in the private window. I said, then make it transparent. Create an environment where they feel secure that they are not being judged. Number 2, again, I'm not getting into that. I can quickly walk you through. Encouraging the open communication and reduce the misunderstandings and appreciate the integrity. When people are coming with genuine challenges, address it with empathy. Understand that they are going through some challenges, because that's what elite leadership is all about. The small things that you connect to the people, for your boss or for your reportees, that's going to create a difference in your life as well as in their life as well. So appreciate the integrity that they are coming with. Collaborate to celebrate. Create the environment where they feel that they belong to that particular place. And it's success is not one person. Shankar did it. No, unless or otherwise I have 200 people here, my webinar may not be as effective as we are doing it today. If assuming for a minute I have only 2 people, not that I will be losing the interest, but will I be able to impact? Thank you so much, Vivek. Will I be able to think that, okay, I have 200 people time in my hand, I need to give my value to that. I create it as a shared responsibility and harmonious workplace. Don't create a toxic environment where they don't like to come to office. In my first day in my office in 2004 when I joined, my HR said that we want this company to be known as, on Monday morning, people should be jumping out of the bed to come to the office. I still remember it. I can take her name. She's Zareen Batena from XYZ company. Again, I'm not taking it, but I have huge gratitude even till today. That is the kind of environment that we need to create for our office environment that we are working with. Number 3, manage diverse teams. Understand everyone has their own perspectives, understand everyone has their own cultural differences, and appreciate the diversity. Embrace the diversity. Recently, I was a TEDx speaking facilitator. The point was embracing the diversity, and it really worked like magic. I got so many people with so many dimensions. It is a different mind-blowing experience. Of course, this topic is not that, but understand the environment in such a way. I started to learn Arabic also. I started to understand Arabic. I started to speak in Arabic thanks to my team. Whoever is watching it from the TEDx team, they can understand it, right? So I started to appreciate it rather than saying that no, I do not know. I started to understand, I started to appreciate, and it has created a long-lasting relationship for me. And effective communication techniques. Make it active listening and empathy. Understand the team dynamics, addressing their concern early, and building the trust and respect. And clear and concise messaging. Do not have any haphazard thing like, okay, do it as soon as possible. Make it very clear. I want your help to get it done by tomorrow, period. And make the difficult conversation, because you cannot avoid a difficult conversation, because you may think that your boss is going to be right, your subordinates are going to be right, but they may have their own time where they may give some kind of bad things that they're going through. So you need to have, it is inevitable to handle the difficult conversation. But you have to maintain, as an elite leader, you should maintain the calm composure, and you have to focus on the solution, what I can get it done as part of this particular conversation. Without much into that, this is only in communication methodology only. I'm sure you guys are an expert in that. Let's get into the framework part. There are 6 steps to that. So far, if you are with me, what is a conflict and the principles of conflict. Type WU in the chat box, because if you are clear till this time, you are going to understand this framework in the much more easier way. That's my promise. Thank you, Sharanya. Thank you, Molla. Thank you, Balaji. Thank you, Vivek. Thank you, Ati. Yeah, thank you. Good. So what is this? First one, if you want, you can take a screenshot of it, or it will be available in the YouTube channel later. First one is defining. That is a challenge, and I wanted to address it. What is that I'm defining? Am I going to resolve the conflict, or I'm going to achieve the result? First is having a clear, you are a leader, you have to define it. This is only for those leaders. Do not expect this to be done by your boss. Do not this expectation have your subordinates are going to follow this. It's something you need to follow, because you are going to follow this framework. Have a clear, even it can apply for you, not your spouse or children. Okay, no problem, Sajid. That's okay. Thank you. You will have an answer if you have put your questions. Okay. First is define the end result or goal that you want to get, or the conflict if it is detected early and can be resolved. Number two is harness. What is within me? You understand the gap analysis and who are all involved within it, and what skills that they have, what skills that I do not have it, and should I need to inform them, should I need to make them communicated to them, should they need to be responsible, should they need to be accountable. I'm sure you guys are aware of this RASI chart. Have the RASI chart ready, or what are the skill matrix that they are missing out with. Number two is develop what is missing. If they are not good in something, say communication or negotiation, help them to create that particular skill, help them to get that particular skill through webinars. There are many free webinars happening, YouTube channels or peer learnings or the sessions like this. It can be a great source for them to learn. Number two is harnessing. And in harnessing, second step is develop what is missing. Number three is clear communication methods. It's just a summary of what we have seen for all the last, say, 40 minutes of time. Okay. Clear communication modes and escalation modes. Okay, for some reason I'm not around, and if I'm just going on a vacation, so who you have to be addressed with? Is it who's my backup? Fourth is negotiation for win-win or win-lose. Do not make a point, if you want to take a note of it in your notebook. Do not always try to win the conversation. It is always has to be win-win. For example, now if I have to say win-win only for me, and you have to simply listen, I will simply close all the chats. I will simply be coming and giving only the gyan. Is it going to be helpful? No. I wanted to ensure that whatever I'm giving it to you, my time, it has to be utilized in the best ever way for you as well, so that you can also get the benefit out of it. And win-lose, sometimes some of the people have said that, no, I want this to be addressed. So I admit I may not be able to address it now, but I will promise to address it a little later. Mediate without bias. If the problem is between two different people, you need to have a complete undisturbed bias with any of the people. Understand that you're going to fix the problem, not the people. Decide the strategy and the solution, because as a leader, you have to have the decision-making ability to decide what needs to be done. If you are clear with define and harness, type DH in the chat box. DH. Great, thank you. Awesome. Let's get into the action. So now we defined, now we know what are the things that we need to take. Now the third step is action, which is the crucial part. In action, you need to align all the stakeholders. Yes, this is what I'm going to do. This is the escalation matrix. This is the communication methodology. This is the RASI chart. This is the way it is going to get executed. You have decided on the strategy as well. You align all the stakeholders. Sometimes, thank you so much. Thank you. In the interest of time, I'm not able to take the names, but I love to. Radha Krishna, Ilyas, Tobias, right? Automate the repetition and delegate what is not something that you can do better. And aligning the stakeholders will help you in the longer run, because everyone knows what is your leadership style, what you are going to achieve, and what is that expectation that they will have when they see the outcome from your end. Number 4 is result. That result could be either to reach the goal or to resolve the conflict, resolve the problem. How many of you are clear with A and R? If you want me to repeat, I can do that. But because it's very simple. Only is aligning, the R is reaching the goals. If you are clear with A and R, type AR, because I'm just looking at the time. It's just going a little bit overboard. I'm sorry about it. Yeah, good. Thank you so much. Okay, glad. Because we set the base very clearly. So this is just a cakewalk. We are just putting everything together. Thank you so much, Baiju. We are just putting together in a framework so that you can repeat the process. As I mentioned, leadership operating framework is what we are getting into. Number 5 is manage. Now that we have done all the things, the base part, if you cannot measure it, you cannot manage. Measure it with the KPI. What does it success look like for me? What is it the outcome looks like for me? What is the closing criteria for the project to call itself a success? Make the measure KPIs very clear where they can understand X or Y, A or B, Boolean, 0 or 1. Choose the KPI based on mutual understanding. It has to be between you and the client or between you and your team members. It has to be mutually agreed and understanding one. Monitor the dependencies. Sometimes it can happen, it may get extended because the dependencies is not only with you, it could be technical challenges, it could be the approval mechanism, it may have those challenges, but you need to ensure that the dependencies are constantly monitored and come to the alignment. Last is accelerate or abort. Sixth step. If something is working, accelerate the process. Something is not working, just about what not working. For example, every email someone has to give an approval at the midnight. Someone has to go and do the approval for moving the transport from SAP folks, right? One place to say development to QA or QA to production, it is going to be a challenge, and you are creating unnecessary dependency. Instead, you get a global approval, umbrella approval, we call it, stating that whatever time period which is from 8 a.m. to say 12 p.m., it has to be auto approved as if it is approved completely. You are accelerating what is working because you are building the trust on your team, and what is not working, unnecessarily approval for everything that can be aborted. If you manage this defining, harnessing, action, result, manage and accelerate, you are forming into the framework part. How many of you think that this framework will take you from definition of resolving the problem or achieving the goal till such time you accelerating the process or aborting the process? How many of you feel that this framework works for you? Type me in the chat box if you feel that it works for you. Then I tell you the acronym for that, you will not be able to forget. Thank you so much, Balaji. Thank you. Okay, so I told about all the jargons, right? Define, harness, action, result, manage, accelerate. If I give you an acronym, it will help you to not to forget. Use the word yes, Sapan, correct. DHARMA, dharma, which is your truth. I'm just giving an analogy. It is the way your value systems are. If you follow this process, your 6-step mechanism will work in any other situation, either to reach your goal or, thank you so much, or to overcome the conflicts or to resolve the conflicts. Now, the framework is over. Try doing it for any of the situation that you are having. I can take one quick case study because I thought of doing a live case study depending upon the time, but I'm going to quickly take you through what exactly can happen for this particular case study with the same framework. You see where you can invest or you can use it for your own time. I'll also tell you how you can use it. I'm going to give you a bonus as well as a ready-made template. So the challenge is a project manager clarifies the goal as we must deliver a module A by June 30th. Conflict over who owns the delay, and it is acknowledged and logged. Is it a fair case study? Type yes in the chat box. Is it happen? It can be June 30th or December 30th. That really doesn't matter. Right? Yeah, good. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Hasi. The harness system is skill gap found in the team lead's resource. Rasi chart shows a lack of ownership clarity. Thank you, Nadia. I'm loving it. Almost, we are not lost much. Thank you. I'm really glad. Let me just go a little bit faster. But I promise you guys, once you understood the concept, I'm going to give you you can take a screenshot also. If you understand this framework, you can put anything, you are going to get the result without any doubt. Okay, so this case study, you can connect with it. The action part is roles are realigned. The team lead handles and the technical tasks. The PM focus on the stakeholder updates. A routine follow-ups are delegated to the Scrum Master. The result is clear ownership and process fixes, reduce delays. The root cause analysis, the role confusion has been fixed, resolved rather, and the delivery resumes smoothly. Management KPIs are set, delivery milestones are clear, issue counts and the feedback quality, team reviews the dependency and update to the board every Friday. That's the way they are very set, they are clearing up the measurement of how they are managing it. Accelerating what is working. Post sprint review show daily stand-ups are working well. Accelerate it. The manual status emails are redundant and get dropped about what is not working. Is it a good case study for you to connect with it? How accelerate and abort is also working to avoid the conflict and to achieve. Awesome. Thank you, Banu. Thank you, Balaji. Right? Use cases. It can work in your personal life. You apply the same framework with your spouse, with your children, when they're going for studies. With your spouse, you're going out for a normal date or a vacation period. You put the same framework, you will get it. That harness can be the financiers part or the places that you've been, whatever. Career part, you want to grow up in your career, put the same framework. Okay, this is what I wanted to grow in next 1 year or 2 years time. These are the skills that I have, these are the skills that I do not have. What are the actions that I can take? What are the sessions that I can learn? What are the skills that I can do? How I can manage my progress? How I can see the result? And what is working? If it is working, I will use it. If it is not working, I will abort it. In the business part, you see what is the next 6 months goal, same framework. Thank you, Vivek. I'm really touched. Same framework, you work in business, it works for any of the business cases, whether you are a working professional or you're a business owner or you are both and still you have a family that you want to implement the same thing, it is going to work like magic. Question and answers. I know some of you have put your questions in the link. I will just go through that. In the meantime, before you guys leave, thank you so much, Manikandan. Thank you. In which software you prepare? Okay, put it in the question. I will answer those things. Definitely, this is called a mind map. You call eDraw Mind. Thank you so much. It's planned to send. Okay, I'll see if I can send it to you. I do not know what is the PMI policy. I will see. I'll discuss with the team and then I'll update. Okay. I would be happy if you guys give a feedback. This is an anonymous feedback. You don't need to give any of your personal details, but this will help me to improvise if there is any missing part. Just even if you want to give anything that I can improvise myself, I will be happy to get it from you with my folded hands, because I am here to learn from all 200 people of you, or whoever is watching the video in the later stage. I wanted to learn. Please take a minute in putting your feedback here. I would love to see that and I would love to implement it, whatever is possible from my end. How many of you want bonus? Thank you so much, Anis. If you want bonus, type me in the chat box. It's a ready-made template. Thank you. Okay, type me in the chat. Okay, great. If you want to go to get the templates, go to this. Okay. Go here. This is my link tree. Just go here, because I'm deliberately, if I do the chat here, then for the people who are in the YouTube, they may not be able to get it. In this link tree, the first one is to ask for the template. It has a template, which is you need to simply fill it up. Take as many printouts you want, fill it up, and you put it everything from your hand. It's better so that you will have an understanding. Thank you so much, Baiju. Thank you. And now, with all the questions, with all the topics are covered, we are getting into the question answer mode. Whatever questions that you guys have put, we are going to address it. Whoever wants to stay back and want to understand the questions, you are welcome. If there are no questions, I would be happy, but I'm sure there are some questions. Overall, I'm sincerely thanking you, everyone, whoever has put their time and energy and the money in you utilizing this time to be part of it. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And before we conclude, I would love to go through all your questions. But yeah, this is a place for more connections. You can always connect with me on LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn program. This is my LinkedIn session, LinkedIn link. Okay, just go for it and connect. And if you have any questions, I'm always there to help you out. With that note, let's
Thank you.
get into the question answer session. Yes, Anchal, you have anything to say? Thank you so much.
I think
Thank you,
it was
Anil.
a great session. It was a great session. I think the people have been given the link to put the question as well. Once they fill that form, you will always be getting that question directly to you, Shankar, and then you can definitely respond to them because they have the email
Oh,
address or the phone number with them, right?
thank you, thank you, thank you.
We are running on the short of the time here, but again, absolutely, it's a great pleasure. I think what we just want to summarize it. I think you started with the conflict management, okay, and then we covered the whole life cycle from the perspective of what, why, when, with whom, and finally, not the least, is how. So how is basically the dharma. So how is the framework, sixth step. You understand that what has started from why, what, when, what, but finally, when it leads to how, it fits to every one of us, personal, business, uh, even from, as you said that beautifully, you said that it can go to the level where you can go and get into your self conflict zone, and actually that's one of the deepest part of the conflict, because what happens that when we try to do something which we are not uh, fully aligned with, but we are doing it or we have to do it, and that's become one of the biggest unsolvable conflict a human can really go through. And I would be interested to see that when we can apply this kind of framework to that self conflict zone and how does it really shape up. So thank you so much, Shankar. I think it was a great, wonderful. I think the whole team is grateful to you, and of course the whole team from the perspective of marketing, finance, and the volunteer from the perspective of outreach team. We have been doing the lot of work. I think we really want to say that Shankar has been a great person with us and is an amazing volunteer, and also helping us in the different perspective of learning, as you said that we are here to make it collective learning, and then we all are learning from each other to some other way. So thank you so much, grateful. And I think the next webinar, guys, we will be having on 12th of June. And apparently go and register for yourself and then try to get the PDUs and the learning together. So it will be really great sessions going ahead as well for the PMI. And I would like to take your sayonara from that. And of course, apologies because my computer got glitched at the last moment that time. But I think the show must go on. So the team has taken it over, and Shankar has really carried forward the whole game show there with us. So thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you next time in the next month with a new webinar with us. Thank you, sir. God
Thank you
bless.
so much. Can I take one more minute? I will see quickly what are the questions that I have. If there are many repeated questions, then I will just answer it in straight away. Or is it okay?
But
And
where would you
then,
see it in the chat?
yeah, no,
Okay.
in the link that these guys have sent.
Oh, in the link. Okay.
Do you want me to connect with them through email? Whatever way you say, I'm okay with
Yeah, I think we have to close the webinar because not
that.
everybody will be there, but definitely you
That.
can reach them out on your own pace.
Awesome. Sure thing. So I will just repost this question in the link. So anyone has any question, you will get the answers in your email.
In the email.
In the email, I will be going through that and I ensure that the questions are answered to the best ever possible way. Thank you so much. And whoever is watching the YouTube, I'll post this link also. If you have any questions, just post it to the extent possible. Maximum time is 2 to 3 days time. I should be able to give it back to you. Right? Thank you so
Thank you, sir.
much, PMI team. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank
So
you, sir.
grateful.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.